Yes, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Zexon Amid YouTube Sports TV, the home of the trending sports news that are making headlines, that is in the entire world. Just yesterday, in some of the FA results that were gotten yesterday, that is Manchester City, started their FA Cup trophy defense in high gear after thumping that is Huddersfield Town. That was 5-0 at their home stadium, that is the Etihad Stadium, that has a capacity of over 50,000 seaters plus. The game started out, that is in the evening hours, that is UK time, when Manchester City came out all eyes, all hands, able, that is to defend the title they won last season. Remember, after beating Manchester United, that was 2-1 at Wembley Stadium, completing that is a domestic double, but even plus the Champions League, making it a treble, replicating that is the performances made by Manchester United in one of their wonder teams ever that won the treble. That was in 1999 under the stewardship of Sir Alex Ferguson, when they won, that is the Champions League, the Premier League and FA Cup. This time, Manchester City were playing Huddersfield Town, which is not in the Premier League or in the top tier of English football. So, in one of our previous videos, I anticipated at a sure win for Manchester City. So, that's how things went. However, Manchester City were welcoming back, that is the return of one of their big guns, that is Kevin De Bruyne, that is the Belgian international, 32 years of age, after missing out several games with a couple due to a hamstring injury, but right now he came back, and around the 70th minute he came and replaced that is Mateo Kovacic in the field, in the midfield. However, on his coming in, Manchester City had already eased the win. That was 5-0, and we had some premature performances, that is from the English wonder kid, that is Phil Foden, who had opened up the scoring earlier on, and in this game he managed to score 2 goals. However, this time Guardiola managed to change in his style of play, reason being that this time he did not play as a winger, he was playing, that is, as a number. He was playing, that is, as a half nine, following up or backing up, that is Julian Alvarez. Remember, their biggest man, that is Erling Brand Haaland, is currently out because of some injury. That's why he's not playing most of the games. However, when he returns, I'll still give you updates upon his return. So, as I stated before, Manchester City looked the upper side in this game, player per player, and even statistically, reason being that in this entire game, they had a match possession of 80% against 20. They created the most chances, and even Guardiola assembled one of his best squads. Remember, the other previous month, he had some false starts, failing to win in many games. However, the team has bounced back, that is, to winning ways, and even currently in the Premier League now, things are going on, that is well, getting even back-to-back wins. So with the title defense, that is the FA Cup, they started out on a high gear. That is Phil Foden opened up the scoring with an assist, that is from Julian Alvarez. However, also Julian Alvarez scored 1 goal in this game and is currently second, that is to Brandit Haaland, that is for the top scorer in Manchester City, scoring his 13th goal, that is of the season so far in all competitions. Phil Foden added on another goal to make sure that Manchester City comfortably leads this game. Even Belgian international, that is Jerome Doku, was one of also the scorers to make sure that Manchester City easily progress, that is to the 4th round of the FA Cup. That matches are still continuing, in that our last game will be tomorrow. That is when Wigan Athletic will be taking on, that is last season finalists, that is Manchester United, who were beaten, that is by Manchester City, that is 2-1. However, we had Mateo Kovacic starting the game, reason being that most of the games has been sidelined because of form and performances, and they had improved, that they had brought in some other substitute. over his performance, in that ever since he left Chelsea, he started out on high gear. However, as the games continue to go ahead, he lost form and has been benched. However, today he had a better performance, and even in the in the 7th, 8th minute, he was substituted. That is to give room, that is to the midfield general, that is Kevin De Bruyne, to take off after a series of spells without appearing. That is in the Manchester City team. And Guardiola's side are currently look back on track, in that wherever they are just progressing. In the Premier League, they are still into title contention. In the Champions League, they topped their group without a lose, and even they are on the quarterfinals. In the Carabao Cup, they were ejected by Manchester City. So that's how things are going for Manchester City. Congratulations to the boys in light blue. Subscribe, like, and comment. I'm Jackson.